What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Nightmare here, coming into another video. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about my opinions on the Order 1886. I haven't played the game, so it's not a review. I think this is a review. This is just my opinion of the game and what I think about it. As of what I've seen from the game. I'm going to start this video off reading from GameSpot's article or what they said about the game. Then I'm going to tell you what I think about the game. Okay, so let's get this video started. This is GameSpot's review, just so you know. The Order 1886 is a torture and a tease. It promises you a circuitous story populated with near immortal knights. It promises you exciting encounter with snarling werewolves. It promises you clever weaponry, the likes of which you rarely see in video games. It dangles these hopes in front of you and then yanks them away, reneging on the one promise after another, letting you hold that precious toy in your hand and then denying you the chance to maintain the thrill. The Order is cruel in the ways it plays with their expectation, taking a promising premise and then sucking out much of the energy with boring cutscenes, and ending wholly void of closure and shooting gallery action sequences. Boring is the best word to describe the Order in general. Actually, that this third-person action game turns a parade of steampunk imagery and Arthurian legends into a dull school of modern games. Most tiresome cliches is quite a feat, though hardly one worth celebrating. It is, as you probably guessed, 1886, and you are Grayson, otherwise known as Galahad, one of the knights of the Round Table. It is a time of trouble. Common citizens have begun to rebel against the gentry, possibly allying with a race of werewolves. The game alternately refers to as lichens and half-breeds. It's a brilliant setup, ripe with possibilities. You look into the sky and see zip lines hovering overhead. You look to the armory and you find a young Nikola Tesla ready to introduce you to clever armaments. That such a world could be so lifeless is unfathomable. So basically, they're saying that this game had potential to be a great game, you know what I mean, to go out and play, but instead, when this game was first announced, Sony was doing what Sony does, you know what I mean? They would tell you all this great stuff, you go out and buy their game, but then you get the game, you see that, okay, you're showing this off, but you can't use it, you know what I mean? That's basically what GameSpot is saying in this article. Now, I'm going to tell you the pluses and negatives that they gave the game. The pluses are fantastic voice acting, consistent, stylish visuals, a couple of really cool weapons to play with. The bad overlooks the best aspects of its premise in favor of boring storytelling. Every gameplay element is a drab and rote. Too little of the cool stuff, which are guns and werewolves. Lots of the good stuff, looking at things, walking slowly. Basically, I was going to get to that, and they rated the game a 5. I was going to get to that, walking around when I came to my opinion of the game, what I watched. But when I watched the game play, I watched the first 20 minutes of it or so, and from what I seen, it wasn't that impressive. The graphics looked good, but the gameplay and the story was not that impressive. When the game started, it was start off with this super long cutscene. I don't know, cutscene probably about 10 minutes of freaking gameplay, and then once it came out of it, it went into a quick time event. After the quick time event, you would hit the Galahad, which is a protagonist in the game. He was hurt or whatever, and he was, because I think they were torturing him or whatever, and he was walking very slowly, trying to get away or whatever. Which, when he was doing this, I felt like they could have added some more gameplay to it instead of this dude just, walking around in a hallway searching for things. And as I'm watching, it's cutting through cutscenes. You know what I mean? Like as you're hiding from the guy, the guards, he climbed through this little shaft thing. He had to hide, and as he got to the end of the walkway, some guy came at the elevator and he held the guy up. And after that, went straight to the cutscene. So basically, your first 20 minutes is gonna be cutscenes, and probably about 3 minutes of you walking around searching for things. But the game is not 5 hours; it's 6 hours. You probably should stretch it to 6.5 hours. I don't know what Sony and the developer was thinking about. You can stretch the game to 10 hours if you look around. No, most gamers are not gonna search every single room that you have in the building, things like that, because as gamers, you get eager to know what happens next in this game. And so basically, the normal gamer will probably hit the story, go and check a few rooms as they go through the story, and continue with the campaign. And this game is 6 to 6.5 hours, and with the credits is 7 hours, which is ridiculous. 30 minutes of freaking credits. People try to compare the game to Rise. Rise had cutscenes with quick time events, but the quick time events came from fighting. You know what I mean? You were fighting the enemies, and when you got the enemies, when you damage the enemy enough, it went into you doing the quick time event, which was not too bad, but it did make the game repetitive. So what Sony did, so you can compare the game, but you cannot compare the games. You know what I mean? Like, one has freaking great gameplay, but it did not have. It was repetitive, but it was great gameplay. You know what I mean? And the storyline was excellent. This game, apparently, from GameSpot's point of view, the game is boring, or the storyline is boring, storytelling is boring. I don't know. And but the acting is good. Storytelling is boring, but the acting is good. It don't make sense, but that's what they said. You get little gameplay, which is mixed up with quick time events and random cutscenes. And in the time of me watching this 20-minute video that I was watching, the guy did come out and say that, hey, I don't feel right talking while I'm walking around because it feels like I'm looking at a cutscene, you know what I mean? And that was Sony's goal, to make it more movie-like, and I don't see why. It's a game. Most people want to play games, and I don't see why they want to make it more like a movie, but they did. And what else is there? This game, it's only single player. It has to me, if I beat a single player only game, I don't play it no more. I don't go to a higher difficulty, play a lower difficulty. No, when I beat the game, I beat the game. You know what I mean? And that's it for me. And I go to the multiplayer. So, in my opinion, this game has no replay value for me whatsoever because there's no co-op, there's nothing. I feel Sony should have added something to the game, multiplayer wise, and but they didn't. At least with Rise, you can beat the game, and you can go into playing multiplayer. The multiplayer is better than, I want to say, gameplay wise. The gameplay is basically the same, but the customizations and things like that, because Rise's gameplay, they campaign did not have any customization. You know what I mean? You have to go around with the same sword, same clothes, same everything. You couldn't do nothing about it. All you could do was get more moves, and the moves, quick time events, and health gauges and things like that. You could upgrade things, but it wasn't nothing too major. But with the multiplayer in Rise, you could customize basically your whole character. You can change his helmet, change his vest, his little thingy he wears and his sword, his shield. He changed all that. I wish I would have added somewhere you could go dual wield swords or something like that. That would have been dope in that game, but you couldn't. But yeah, Rise was like right now. If I wanted to, I could go back and play Rise. Not the campaign, but the multiplayer, because I beat the campaign already, and I like the multiplayer on Rise. Multiplayer on Rise was pretty fun. It was co-op, and it was competitive, but it wasn't competitive. It was a competitive co-op basically. So I could go back and play Rise if I really felt like it. But for other guys who wants to go to review sites and check on what the review sites have to say on the games. So far, the reviews on these games on the Order 1886 are not good. If the review site max stars are 5 or 10, the Order got for the most part half of it. So if it was 5 stars, it was a 5-star game. If it was 5 stars, the Order got 2.5 to 3 stars. 10 stars, the Order got 1.5 to 5 stars. So for all those guys who thought the game was gonna be a freaking 8 or have a high rating, it doesn't have a high rating. It has basically it's a what's the freaking word I'm looking for? It's a crap, I forgot the word. It's your average game basically. It's not over the top, but the graphic, I'm always say the graphics look good on the game. I don't think anybody doubted there from the start, but even though it got downgraded, the graphics still look pretty good from YouTube. And let's see, I think that's going to be all I have to say about the Order 1886. And for those gamers who don't go to websites to mention to get their input on what they have to say about games, like I am. I don't go by what other people say about games. I go and buy the game myself. If I like the way a game looks before it comes out, I go and buy it. Like like normal gamer would. But my advice to you would be to buy the game, beat it, trade it in, and put the money towards another game. Cause I think Bloodborne comes out this month too, doesn't it? I think it does. Or it does come out next month. But Bloodborne comes out pretty soon, and I'm pretty sure people hoping it's gonna be better than the Order 1886. But that's all I got for my video. Thanks for listening. I'm not a Sony hater or anything like that. If I had like the job I have right now, I got enough. I make enough money to go out and buy multiple consoles, but I don't feel like there's a need to go out and buy another console when I'm perfectly fine right now. And besides, there's no games on the PS4 right now that pops out to me. But I know I was gonna say this plenty of time, but this is my opinion on the Order 1886. As I said before, this is not a review, but thanks for listening. See you guys later.